And then Rock comes through and he just spits the verse talking about what happens in Coney Island. Like, it was just wild coincidental. Like, and obviously, Nems ain't know they was gonna spit that. They ain't even know Nems at the time. They didn't have no idea he wasn't that until that session. They didn't know.
Penetrate. So I interviewed your man, Rockness Monster.
Big
And
Rock.
I asked him about the situation, about the song Cross My Path, Baby, I'm Fucking You Up. Can you talk about
baby?
Can you talk about the situation with Coney Island, Nems, the studio session? Nems felt the way about the song, you know.
RP, my man Big Vegas. He the one that produced that shit, man. He passed away a few months ago. So RP Big Vegas and shit.
RP.
How I remember the story. I had a record on Nervous Records called I'm Fucking You Up. You know what I'm saying? I had a 12-inch single called I'm Fucking You Up, produced by my man Big Vegas. And the B-side was Inner City Hoodlum. So anyway, I had a remix of the song. You know what I mean? And at that time, Heltah Skeltah hadn't dropped no music together in a while. Like Rock had left Doug down, and you know what I mean? Sean P was slowly evolving into the Sean P that, you know, reemerged. So like I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. I wanted to do a remix, and I wanted to get Heltah Skeltah because at that time, motherfuckers only had rock together for like a little hot second. So, you know, of course, and both of them being the bros and shit, I'm like, yo, let's do this record, whatever. So we booked the session. I booked the session. So it's me, Ruck. Who's on that record? Me, Ruck and Rock, Illinois, South to Illa, and Nems. Now Nems, that was my little man's at the time. You know what I mean? That's my brother, still my brother, but like Nems, we was we was already tapped in at the time, but a lot of people didn't know who he was yet. I always believed in Nems from day one. It's so crazy to see what has transpired, you know, with the whole evolution of Murder Fetch and all that. But this was his first. This is his first feature, like outside of like I believe outside of like, you know, the shit with GB and everybody with the Life Is Back, you know, with FYL and all that. I think this is his first feature outside of the friends, outside of the regular team. So because I always felt like he needed to be heard. Kind of like what I remember when I linked up with Tech, I was like, nah. So I was always bringing them around. So I'm doing this record, yo. So I bring them to the stool. Cool, everything cool, whatever. Now he didn't know none of them yet. Like I said, none of them knew Nems at that time yet. I got footage of that shit on DVD too. Whatever. So we're on the stool. I introduce him. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Everything smooth. Rock. No, who did the rock? I get you on in front of the cops. I said, mother, yeah. Rock spits the Coney Island verse, right? So, you know, of course, we just doing it's a pocket cut. So it's like nigga, just spit a 16. You feel me? That's that era. You know what I'm saying? Just spit a 16. It didn't have to be all topical. The record's called I'm Fucking You Up. You know what I'm saying? We all from Brooklyn. We all gonna spit some violent shit anyway. So like that was really just the whole subject of the record. I'm fucking you up. So Rock was like, yo, this shit happened in Coney Island, da. So he started telling the story. You know what I'm saying? And I can't remember. Damn, I can't remember who got to the studio first, Rock or Rock. One of them made it before the other, and one of them actually told the story. No, I think Rock told the story, and then Rock came through a little bit later, I think, if my memory serves me correct. So we in the stool, Rock's telling us the story about what happened in Coney Island. Just like, oh, you from? Cause yo, this my nigga Nems. He from Coney Island. Oh, where you from Coney Island? Yo, son. I said he start going into the story like, yo. And then Rock comes through, and he just spits the verse, talking about what happens in Coney Island. Like, it was just wild coincidental and shit. Like, and obviously, Nems ain't know they was gonna spit that. They ain't even know Nems at the time. They didn't have no idea he wasn't that until that session. They didn't know.
Right, and then when I interviewed Rock said that he had wrote that verse already for something else.
Yeah, their verses was already done. Like Rock had spit that verse. I had Ruck spit like, and I wish I had the censor, but I had Ruck spit like 2, 3 totally different verses. Like it was like what you this that ever we had bars on deck. You feel me? So we just said so motherfuckers was just spitting verses really. Like, you know what I mean? So I had Ruck spit like 2, 3, we only used one verse, but I had him spit like 2 or 3 different verses. Rock spit that verse, you know what I mean? I spit the verse at the end. And Heltah and Nems, they both spit 8. They split a 16 and a half. You know what I mean? So it was literally just motherfuckers just spitting verses and shit. So coincidentally, but the record was I'm fucking you up. So they was talking about that. And it just coincidentally sent us from Coney Island. You feel me? But it was just funny, like you know, it wasn't even nothing. Like he told the story, like motherfuckers spit the verse in the booth. It was what it was. Like it wasn't it was like motherfuckers did the song, it was what it was, you know what I'm saying? But then I know he retold the story on his podcast on the outside
with Gorilla Nems, yep.
On the outside with Gorilla Nems. And where's my episode of that, nigga?
That's what I was just about to ask you. I was like, wait, have you been on that yet? Because we need you on that.
Nah, I ain't been on it yet, man. He told me we was gonna do it. We ain't do it yet. Pause. So I mean, I ain't talked to him in a little minute, but we gonna figure it out. Oh, but yeah, yeah. He told the story with the ghost face, right? He told the story, the ghost telling the story, but he was talking about. He said something about how they got chased out or some shit like that, and that wasn't how the story had played out. The story played out a little different, so it just had to be corrected by Rock. You know what I'm saying? Because you know nobody like you said earlier, like the truth. I mean, truth goes.
Unchecked lie becomes the truth.
That shit, right? So, and I said there's a lot, but you know, people tell stories, and throughout years, like shit get remembered differently. I tell you something, you're gonna tell somebody else, and somebody else say it's gonna be halfway different than from when we spoke on it. So,
absolutely.
I mean, that's probably that's more what happened. Like I know Nems wasn't like throwing shots or nothing, explaining what happened. He was just telling the story that was retold to him because he wasn't even a part of the original situation. Nor was I. I wasn't there neither. Like
right.
I just did a song and they spoke on this shit because we spoke about the shit. Oh, it's my nigga from here from Coney Island. Oh, yo, we from Coney Island. Yo, this shit happened in Coney Island. Like that was literally what happened. Like it wasn't even that deep. It's just funny how shit just told years later. Like even like that's something called historical. It's historical context now. But yeah, that's all that was. You know what I mean? Shout to Ruck and Rock. Yo, Duck Down, Summer Stage, Central Park Summer Stage in July. I can't remember the exact date, but early July, the Nocturnal Heltah Skeltah 30th anniversary show.
Right.
Heltah Skeltah and OGC. It's the 30th anniversary of the Storm and the 30th anniversary of Nocturnal. We're gonna be at Von King Park in the heart of the star, in the heart of Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. NA Rock pop out. You know what I mean? So we're gonna be there celebrating those albums, you know what I mean, Nocturnal in the Storm. So I'm gonna rock out with Rock. I'm gonna do a Sean P verse or two from, you know, we're gonna figure out what song I'm gonna do, but we're gonna have fun that day, man. So if you're in New York City, pull up for the summer stage, Duck Down, Nocturnal 30th anniversary, the Storm 30th anniversary, OGC, Heltah Skeltah, RP, Sean P. Shout out to Big Rock, Duck Down, Strange Wonder, all of y'all. You know what I mean?
Wait, so originally, when I interviewed Rock had said that you had called him and you said that Nems was upset about the song and you were considering taking Nems off of the song, but then you didn't. Man, roll the clip.
I remember Ken calling me and telling me that it was telling me about an issue. And then he said that he was going to take him off the song. But he didn't. You know what I mean? It never mattered to me either way. You know what I mean? Like, you know, when a nigga told me that, I felt the way I felt bad. Like if I remember correctly, like, you know, I ain't mean it. Like if I knew that a nigga from the building that I was talking about was gonna be on the song, I wouldn't have used that verse. I didn't write that verse that night. I was sitting on that verse.
Right. So Penn said that he was gonna take his verse off because Nems felt the way about it, or what?
Yeah, it was some sort of issue. I don't remember the details or whatever.
Got
But
you.
I remember when he first told me, like, I remember when Penn first told me, like, I was, I was kind of, like, I didn't feel, my first reaction wasn't that I feel bad. If I said that already, that's not true. First, I was mad. I'm like, like the young aggressive nigga in me. I'm like, what? I don't remember my exact words, but I know I was like,
It
I
wasn't
had
too
a little,
nice.
I had a little bit of fuck out of here energy. You know what I'm saying? But Penn was just like, I'm gonna take him off the song or whatever. You know what? No problem. Blah 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 blah. I think I might have wanted to talk to him though. I didn't want to talk to him about nothing great, not with no aggressive shit or whatever. But you know,
Just to
it
smooth it
was
over.
yeah,
To smooth the
it was
situation over.
stages. Yeah.
I don't remember that. I don't remember that.
Okay.
I don't remember that. But we speaking on some shit that happened about 3 presidents ago. So I don't
Right.
fucking know. I don't remember. Cause I don't remember trying to take nobody off the song. I do remember that there was a little like afterwards, like there was a little like, I ain't gonna say tension, but a little like, yo, there was something that was said, but I don't remember, bro. That was a long time ago, man.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't take nobody off the song though. I definitely didn't take Nems off.
Right.
Definitely didn't take nobody off the record. The record that was everybody that was in the studio. We all recorded that together. Nobody emailed no verses and shit. We was all in the studio together. You know what I'm saying? We got one out there, man. You know what I mean? The record's called Cross My Path. It's the remix to a record I dropped on Nervous Records called I'm Fucking You Up. You know what I mean? R.P. my man Big Vegas, aka Al Nazon, Flatbush, Brooklyn. You know what I mean?
Sean P lives on.
R.P. Big Sean. You heard?